Photographer.
We all went to church together. None of us are in any of the same churches now.
Hey.
We know them forever. Our children grew up. But her three daughters, the lady that's giving the show.
You just made it in, I saw.
All got
I did. Look at that.
How you been doing?
Oh, you got that camera.
Oh.
Turn that off.
One of these days we'll put them all together.
Oh. Well, we're about to get things organized.
Yeah.
I make no promises. I never saw these tapes before in my life, but it looks like Christmas music.
Yeah. Oh.
And this is a choir. That would be neat. Crooner's Christmas. We'll pass on that. Oh, no.
Oh, that's good. All right, they came in. Good. Look at you.
Hi, dear.
Hey. You need to hide it when make sure Billy and Tim don't see it when they come in. All right. So, tell me what your friend.
Oh, I was just saying that Heidi and her brother got married about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
Well, her brother planned it, a lot further ahead than Heidi did, so. But, and then one thing about it is one of them was a boy and the other's a girl.
Hello.
Hello.
That is a lot.
Boy, we have gotten really sophisticated, haven't we, dear? You look very nice.
Hey, how are you?
That's fine. I don't even want to go. This lady that's been doing my hair.
And oh my goodness,
She taught me into doing this red thing, and it didn't come out. She
it
says,
was just too.
ooh, it's lighter than I thought it would be. Oh, but that's pretty. And it was like, because I won't say, I just,
Well, it looks good now, doesn't it? I have a friend who's naturally been a redhead all her life. And she's like you, she has somebody that's done her hair, all the time. But somehow it turns out different every time.
if it's like the true auburn color, you can't get that. You can't
Well,
get
actually,
Oh, I know where to do it. He was with his buddy, that Larry Entry real estate developer wheel.
It is such a size and the deal for
Okay, it's tough to get roofers because they all tend to. Roofers are a wild bunch. Some of them tend to drink. It's amazing. The riskiest field is roofing. And yet you tend to find more people that show up on the job site who would influence you. So, roofing is a rough field.
And he was way up in Whistler, Canada. So he was supposed to get back last night about midnight. And we got a notice.
Say hi.
Hi. Oh, Terry, really.
Okay, I've got it.
Oh, no.
Billy, you didn't talk to Bill, Andy.
You got some good. Do you see how pretty your pictures are in here?
You did talk to him?
Yes.
All right. But anyway, for some reason he's not coming in till 8 o'clock tonight.
You ever seen how pretty that is?
Billy doesn't have details.
That's great.
This was a bonus. Donated money to Festival of Trees and bought a tree, and when I showed up on the appointed day to pick it up, which was the 15th of December, they had given the tree away. So she said, not only will we give you one tree, but you can have your pick of any 2 remaining. Now, admittedly, well, that's pretty distinctive. But these were not, it's not as pretty as the tree I bought. But this was her makeup prize.
Wow.
I had no complaint.
Oh, wow, that's pretty. Huh?
I can turn the light on.
That's all right. Can't hardly beat the lighting from that.
I'm going to go up there and do that.
Can't do that.
That's a beautiful. And this is a prettier. It was another bakery, but bakeries tend to do the best gingerbread houses.
Wow.
Stealing them, they'll have one great year of success, and then next year it'll be something else. And this group was number 2, and so he's been working with that group, so I think it's been really neat.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Doug.
Hey, good to see you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Doug. You're looking good. No, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him.
Yeah. You know, he should have ridden with us.
He was with me. Hello, dear. Merry Christmas, Doug. Hi, dear.
Hey.
It's coming in for the camera, huh?
Oh yeah, camera.
Hello, Robert.
Fred, how are you doing?
Good to see you.
Good, you
Merry
too.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
And it's your boy.
Billy had to do his annual fire, putting smoke.
Annual smoke signals.
I'm being I'm sorry.
Smoking in the house.
It's a good atmospheric thing there, right?
There was incense.
I can't touch I have drippings. Okay, Fred, Merry Christmas.
Look at this fella. Boy.
It was optional. I just got back from the 32nd. So.
Oh, that one.
No, I forgot to choose
Tim was there. I got here about a minute to 6, so I just I hope it's not too smoky. Merry Christmas.
Watch that man. He's got the camera. He'll get you on film.
Camera going.
Get you evidence.
Evidence you working. Yeah, I'll get out of the way.
Tell me so.
I got back from the shower, he's still dressed shower. I don't know what Thank you for asking. We got drinks in here, we got ice over there. That's the cider that's going to be coming out in a minute. Did you
Last year?
Remember her dog Honey in the backyard? Honey was before you liked dogs. You know, you don't remember.
She was like 2.5 out of college. So when I played off about
No. Are you itching?
She's sweeter.
Get out of here.
Much.
Yeah.
Much.
And how about you? Are you a sweet one?
No.
No.
But he's honest.
Sweet.
He's honest.
Hello.
Probably done dry last.
6 foot, nice, that's nice. Oh. So you tell him now to sit down so you can talk to him?
Marshall said it was still.
I sprayed the voice.
Oh, it's the tone
And
of voice.
changed the tone. Grayson, who didn't come, is almost as tall as me.
No signal?
Shooting straight.
No signal?
It's more like replay.
Oh.
It's a tone of voice. Tone of voice. I know. Yeah.
Switch me. I've been several.
Well, it just wants to
Let's see. One more time. I'm moving out.
Is that a threat or a promise?
How are you?
Yeah, pretty much. I just want to try some new foods. It was the mission of the church, so you know.
I got a question for you.
Support parts of town. We built a playground for this part of outside of Louisville, this town called Munchai. And it's like a squatter town. They call it like small houses, settlements out there, just like cardboard, plywood, whatever's lying around, rocks and stuff. And so we went there, we both swing stuff for the community church. Just let people at church, they can minister. And we also worked with some of the other missionaries who worked in some other places in cities in New Orleans. Whenever Christmas I check out there, it's awful.
Were you over to the right where we were?
You were right there, Larry and sitting next to me. Yeah, the yellow sweater on, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So,
Not speaking of.
That's speaking.
They have given me zoo seats, which are better in my opinion, much better. Before Georgia Tech realized their tremendous winning streak, the tickets have been really went up.
I stood in the will call
That place
there
was,
for
the
15
place was
minutes.
packed.
She had a good cold, like standing up for Will.
Yeah.
Packed for not even an ACC game, so you know what it's going to be like for an
10
ACC.
straight now, or 10 no?
Yeah, but they looked a little ragged.
It is a little ragged, but I'm telling you what, they got a coach, they better lock that guy with a
Well,
20-year
that's
contract.
a little worried too.
Yeah.
Some Yankees going to come to like St.
Hey, you haven't
John's.
been here long enough to take your coat off.
I know.
I just took mine off and put it in the
It was
office.
cold, now it's hot, then I started a fire, and then it smoked because there was a damper issue. I don't know what that was all about. And then,
Because your wife didn't open the damper, right?
certainly she failed again. What can I say?
You got, the kids are gone, it could only be Diane, right?
Oh, well. there
Oops,
was
is that
no-
on, is that on?
There was no
I didn't get
other-
that, did you? Because that lady said at the golf tournament, sir, Jay's holding this video camera under his arm like that, and interviewing this lady, and she says, she's telling us all, you know, really good stuff, and then she says, you're not videoing this, are you? Terry just, oh no.
No, I didn't say anything. I
He
just,
didn't say anything, oh no.
Terry came in with a little red light running.
I knew what was going on.
this little red light, you mean?
You got that, you got that on,
That's all right. I'll put a little button over the top of it.
Little red light on.
That's what you carry a roll of
That's the same
black
one.
electrical tape
That's
for,
right.
that's the same one you had at the game, that's not the one you had at the game.
Yep, I think so. Mhm.
What
I got
brand?
some great pictures on
I
that
was
one.
say, I was telling somebody about, what brand is that?
That's a Sony.
Because David's got he just got a new, you got a new JVC or something.
Yeah,
get
there
this
was some
stuff
good
involved.
pictures on that one.
You sound like you coming down with something.
No, I was just screaming too much at the game there, man. You see that reverse dunk on the live bet? That's the ESPN #1. Got to be tonight.
Ishmael.
I'm telling you.
But he was facing down court and just
jumped up and
Was
got
it a
it,
Georgia
put it
Tech
on
ball
his
game?
back.
Yeah,
Basketball?
he's a good guy.
Sailing in
Well,
from the right
I
side.
I couldn't believe those, some of the guys at Georgia Tech when we
There
were
was
at
traffic.
Nike.
Oh, yeah.
By
Oh,
himself.
man, they could dump
He went
that.
sailing across the front of the basket. Somebody
That
throws
game
a
was,
perfect alley.
that was before they had been
He catches
discovered.
it with his right hand.
Before the
back
UConn
over
game.
his head,
UConn game,
reverse.
everybody
You can see the basket. I don't know
realized
how
we're
you
onto
call
something
it.
here.
Reverse dunk. I mean,
When they beat
it's one of the
University
best
of
plays
Connecticut.
best dunks I've ever seen.
I couldn't believe it
Thank
either.
you.
Some of those.
In that computer room.
I thought, I was told that you were turning around and heading back.
I was, but there were 6 cars behind me. The security guard says, "No, you go ahead. I'm gonna be there shortly." That's what he said. He knows about the party, and he saw all the stuff I had in there.
Oh, the security guy?
Nice guy.
Your
Let me get
name-
this to Diane.
Supposedly names were.
She can distribute it
Was there any
properly.
problem?
No, just to, he said Rankin. We don't have any Rankins.
You said that?
No, he didn't say that. After I spelled it for him, and he said, "Can you tell me their first names?" And Billy and that. I guess they have people that just try to come in here and look at the lights and that sort of thing.
Yeah, there are a lot of neat lights and, well, they've tried to implement rules. It's all about control right now. And they're trying to get better adherence to their rules, so they're making some issues about that. So
What, the guy from Homeland Security came down?
they elevated the security alert code for the neighborhood. So,
Y'all still have a lot of high-profile athletes that live in here and that sort of thing?
well, Smoltz and Pendleton, I think Pendleton or a relative still owns that property. I don't keep track. I know that some houses on the Parkway sold this year for outrageous numbers, even during this recession. The riverfront property. And they're clearly people just buying what they view to be prestige homes. Those are, the rest of a lot of average houses.
She never heard of the Red Hat Club.
Hello. How are
Red
you?
Hat Club.
Oh, that's Lisa Roberts' store. Right?
And they wear these red hats.
But there are some athletes in here, but believe it or not, the people that are buying are like insurance executives that you never heard of.
This was
I mean, they're not high profile people. But real estate developers that just have money to burn. Like Tim Porsche, he's a developer in St. Louis. He bought in here. I've got a sign with that. Let me see if I can find that sign. Hang on.
Teammates are killing.
Right.
Anyway, he just said, I'm running this team. He said, I hope your son will continue in the field. If you choose for him not to continue, you can get a very good education here at the school. He said, I'll tell you what, if you think I'm going to yield to this kind of pressure, you're a little wrong. At that point, the husband looked at his wife and says, honey,
I did every treatment.
I think everything's going to be fine.
I was out on Roswell Road, putting signs in the road, come back to the power and find
The
it.
mother and she were the ones that had him in there.
Right, yeah.
But that's the kind of
Also
stuff
have
you
it
can tell. When
show
you call the sound out, everybody's listening.
It's called Melville.
I'll let
Georgia
you watch him.
Yeah.
About 2 years ago, yes, I drove close to him. And I watched him all the time. Whenever he called somebody over, he would sit there and he would talk to them. It's like teaching.
Right, teaching, he's a teaching person. Yeah.
I had to
You're
read
a teacher,
it.
you would pick up on that stuff.
And
And I
Did not
do. Yeah.
treat it badly, actually.
Yeah, he is in control.
yeah.
That was a funny couple. Kind of like, they ran on time. He was a manager.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's really fun.
Because, yeah, it is
I've
gonna
seen
be
5 minutes of one game and just watching it's so much better to watch on the sidelines. Is he doing what he's doing? Calmly.
Yeah, he'll take care of it. He'll take care of it.
You were talking about
Yeah,
They
we're
couldn't
talking
find one another month. They were living at the top of the league. So, heck of a time.
No, Larry,
60 days in
fifth, he said,
put it on that runners.com, for and all that.
But I don't
Put
think
signs in
they're
there,
doing it wide.
put local
There's also
newspapers,
big-
put on a little bulletin board.
big man for pro.
Told people,
Every year, Bob.
advertising it,
They just never did
it's
that.
got restrictions, they really take advantage.
Huh?
Is you constantly?
10 days in Atlanta Journal, 2 weekends, 10 days.
You know, like my life.
Fall off.
It's one of the greatest stuff.
Balance.
Trained it, you know,
It wasn't even
first
nothing.
period,
What the
they
other-
have a section.
The deal is he plays 10 guys.
I mean,
It's kind of like Dean Smith. He plays 10 guys. And the other team, in the second half, you see him start to will.
I am in the
Get
line
out,
where
they're just
they're
And they're right in there.
They're right there. The other teams are
And
beginning
then
to
I'm
will.
going to go
They don't have
down
the
to
depth.
investors group, they're all real
That's
estate
what's
agents.
happening.
Yeah, let's see how it work.
Terry, you're going to put all these in one big,
Yeah, one day, I hope. Maybe go back 20 years.
is that all on a DVD? Is that VHS-C or, I mean, how would you play that right now if you wanted to play it? You'd have a little,
I've got an output that comes in here. Either that or Super VHS coming off of that. But it really comes out as a video and do audios. And then I do a FireWire where I normally do it. I put FireWire directly to the computer. And then pre-edit it and then feed it back to it. You know. Yep. That's the big thing.
you have to play it for it.
Oh, this is easy to do. Go outside and get one cable and plug it into your VCR and you can play it.
You can plug it right in front of my TV.
A lot of TVs are that way.
All scaled out, the miniature one, the miniature, but
Yeah, that's
You bought them all. For you to-
Yeah, I was down this morning, this afternoon before I came here with a painter. I got a 55,000 square foot warehouse. It's vacant. Goodyear.
I play this all the time when I get frustrated.
10,000 points.
Push with here?
Yeah, on the side, you got two flippers.
Oh, look at it.
Here goes the dad. That's where you want in there, isn't it? 3,000. You got it. Oh, Andy, maybe you better teach your dad how to play.
yeah, right in the center, 6,600, I'm next to it.
Who's up, the Admiral?
It's better than mine.
All right, Admiral. Hey, how much has the Admiral got? 2,200?
Category.
I gotta get the lights for it.
You think that's 2,200?
I think it's like 6,000.
Oh, he's doing better now. No, he saved it. He saved it again. He's getting hot now. He's getting really
The
hot.
real high price stuff in
He's
here.
getting hot. He's getting hot. Oh no, Andy's gonna catch you. 8,000?
That's a 3,000.
11,000. He's ahead of Andy. Oh, the Admiral's figured it out here. Uh-oh, Andy. The Admiral's figured out how to play. Holy mackerel, 15,800. 26,000.
And he's going to catch us on.
All right, good. No, me. How many phone calls?
Tim, you running a business, are you?
Uh-oh. Yeah,
Who's third?
that was Tim, wasn't it?
Tim?
Oh, I'll take Tim's place.
You'll mess him up.
Yeah.
Somebody has to make that blade.
Yeah, Billy is, don't worry.
That's okay, I can't do any better on this thing.
Oh, now you made me come up.
Billy,
What?
we better not lose. We better not lose.
Well, Tim, I didn't want to be too unbalanced, so I let you by with about 10 points.
Pinball's fun.
It came in the back door, I couldn't help it.
Hey, Billy.
No.
Did you answer the phone just now?
I think it was Tim.
That was Tim's,
No, my phone rang.
Oh.
I don't want to do that. Johnny has Elizabeth out. It'd be better. If you want to meet her, you gotta do it quick.
Is there in the house?
Yes,
There's been a sighting?
there is. There has been a sighting.
Sighting?
Yes. Bill, did you have to put that sign up there? They said that's a bit much. I want everybody to think I made that tree. The red hat finish.
Hey, doing fine. How about you?
All right.
He's got you on candy
I got
camera,
you.
buddy.
That was quick.
Get out of here.
Let's see, it's not on record. It is on record. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Got you all together.
She's a little bit more photogenic.
Was that it? Hi. How you been doing?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Just need to start my own business like you. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you doing? What are you doing now?
Consulting. Mainly outsourcing technology stuff. Real gas. And a lot of more ways than just a couple.
Yeah.
Too many hours I work.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for an extra man, I'm your guy.
Well, maybe.
Just review the tape in slow motion. And
Yeah. Tell me what we can do. How can we raise our rates? How can we raise our income? That's what we need for everybody.
You just need a guy who,
Well, see, they freeze it.
give a guy performance-based opportunity.
That way when frost hits it.
Output level, compensation. Because motivation's no problem here.
It's great.
I want to be able to have my own place where we can run the heat upstairs and stuff.
That's good. So you actually got an upstairs heater.
That is a motivating
That
factor,
is.
isn't it?
It sure does. It has a lot to do. Those are a lot to do. And gas to go in the car helps too. Especially with the price of gas lately.
Gas in the car is good because if you can actually go get something to eat,
Yeah.
and your car
You can actually go through the drive-through.
Your car moves.
Yeah.
And it raises the price value of the car.
Yeah, it does.
I detect your father's wry humor.
It's like that guy that went out there and had improved. He heard about this new thing where he could really make a production of products out. He was a timberman, logman, did lumber. Went out and started cutting these logs and been doing it by hand. And finally figured out that he could do better if he got two people to do it. So they had one of these bow saws where two people do it, pull back and forth, and they could cut more. So later on they heard about it and said, there's raising technology, go one more step, because there's this thing down at Sears that you can get. They call it a chainsaw, and he's been in backwoods. There's a chainsaw that you can really go and really improve your productivity, and guaranteed to improve your productivity and get these things out. He says, well, we go down to Sears. So we went to Sears, got this new thing called a chainsaw, went out there, and after about 2 or 3 weeks, and came back in and said, I'm sorry, my production did not improve. In fact, it was pretty slow. He says, I think we need a refund on our chainsaw. He says, so he's getting it. He says, well, what was wrong with the chainsaw? He says, it just didn't work. So he says, he pulls the thing and gets the thing started. The salesman does, and he's, and the guy says, what's that noise?
Oh boy. Yeah. That's pretty standard.
Yeah. It's a little slow when you had to do it that
If
way.
people just had these things, the stick means all the difference in the world, doesn't it?
For steadiness.
Yeah.
You go like that, and a little bit more, and now we got you really steady on the camera. You know what that is?
But you don't have your finger on the zoom, so that's
No.
all we're worried about.
Yeah, now we go zoom.
He felt that he had,
And it also stays stable with the zoom.
told them that he would stay for a certain time.
Zoom in, hardcore, and
They
Betty.
were really believing the voice of all these
Yep.
people
Not aging a bit.
coming to him and asking questions which he didn't have an answer for. But any
How's
smart
Matthew doing?
people, what-
Matthew, he
Yep.
just
Both the guys, actually.
took a new job. He was a parts manager for Chrysler All-Star, and they went bankrupt. So he was quite concerned.
Well, you got another job right away?
But right away, apparently contacts that he had put in a word for him. So he actually got a better job than what he had.
Yeah, pretty.
With Hayes Chrysler.
Pretty,
launched it.
your word.
So
Cookie
he
house.
seems to enjoy it a lot. It thinks it's a better opportunity for him. So, and it's closer to his home. So things worked out pretty good. Thanks for asking. I'll tell him. Plus he's married. He has 2 boys. So.
Both guys doing good?
I didn't catch that.
Both the guys are doing good?
Well, Freddie likes his job a lot. He's with a steel panel company up in Loganville. So he's still living with us and goes up there. So it's fairly close, it's 20-minute drive. And he likes the job and he's trying to learn, you may know more about it, steel detailing. I don't know what's involved in that. I don't know. He said he likes that and he feels he can go anywhere. So he's trying to learn. Maybe, you know, that part of his life is going good. He hasn't made it. I know he's looking for a house.
There he is.
Yep, that's where I'm at. Hey, how's it going? Great, great.
How was this work?
Andy went this year.
Elizabeth.
Okay. Maybe
Well,
I'll
thank
get Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
I was unfortunate, I was too strapped down with my job.
Yeah, I hate it when work gets in the way of play.
Oh,
I'm a live-in nanny, so. It's pretty neat. Something
Excuse me.
temporarily.
Everything I do in life is temporary.
We're all temporary.
Have you figured it out now?
No!
You doing better now?
Okay. Who's going next? David? You want to do it? Terry?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
Try to turn.
Sell stuff and talk to tourists.
Is it that one up on the left?
Yeah, at Robertstown, where the bridge is, it crosses over the river. You go about 2 miles north of Helen, and there's a bridge that crosses the river.
Right.
It's just below there. It looks a little junky looking.
Yeah. The Unicoi turnoff is,
Right before you get there.
Yeah, to the right.
and that's to the right. And then, there's a couple of flea markets.
Did yours leave?
And did Clem leave? Tim's still there.
I know. He's terrible. I guess he's got a show.
Did Joey leave?
So I don't know where I'll be back
Just the
there.
facts, man, just the facts. Just the facts, man, just the facts.
Gosh, she came in on this and she screwed up the lady that,
That's not bad.
Where did they leave?
Joey says his battery pumps in
Gonna get up, you're gonna stay
the
up
all the
the
time.
hospital?
Yeah, I asked him, well, this is something.
Some, yeah, they sell like the decorative license
No,
plates.
no.
The metal signs that are that.
Just-
We're terrible.
We gotta get out of here now. If
It hurts.
I don't,
I'll be.
Way to get behind you.
This tripod works real good.
I noticed. I like it. Wait, Where is it, Rankin?
I'll come up there. I went to a conference in Unicoi, late in the year. So,
Hey.
well, sit down.
Tell him about the night stuff.
Virginia Beach, I was telling Sylvia very briefly, I'll tell you, because she can, I had to work up in Norfolk, and I went to Virginia Beach and stayed a couple times over the weekend.
Yeah.
In the summertime, they'd spent millions and millions of dollars redoing the beach.
After Isabel, the hurricane.
Oh, that's right.
And I mean, that's the nicest beach. They've made it level. They brought in all this sand. They've done the wall with, engraved type, dolphins. And they built walking for one, paved area for bicycles and one for walkers on the boardwalk right at the beach. I mean, it's just, they've spent a lot of money. And what I loved the most, though, was street performance at night. The city, at their own expense, has hired musicians, magicians, Terry, magicians that you could figure out. I could not figure out some of those
50s
tricks.
music.
50s
sounds
music.
good.
They have the doo-wop group. They have the 40s group playing. They have Hank Williams. They have the legends. They had a lady impersonating Ella Fitzgerald. She was outstanding and turned out to be a Christian after I got to talking to her after it was over. They have puppets. They have marching bands. They have
Is
kids
this all
stuff.
just during the summer from what?
No.
Every night in the
Every
summer
night.
from through
Oh,
September to whatever.
when does it open up?
I don't know. June probably.
Oh, well, we probably go there before.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
I doubt it would be open before June, but I can find out on their website when it starts. But it might start Memorial Day or something.
Yeah,
like
I'd like to get up there for
But
school.
every night
lets
from
out.
8 till 11, I went from corner to corner to corner to corner, and we walked for 15 blocks and just sit. You have to stand pretty much. It's good to take one of those chairs
Yeah.
and sit down on the sidewalk. But Terry, you'd like the magicians. Some of them, I thought they were very good. They had, what else did I see? All family oriented, no alcohol allowed. Police control it like nothing. I mean, there's nobody hassling anybody. It's families. And people out and kids out till 11 o'clock at night, and all the little honky-tonk shops open. I mean, I went, I'd go in a shop, and then I'd come back out and listen to some music, and I'd go in another beach shop. I mean, they got shops all up and down, those honky-tonk beach shops.
we
But I
got
love
to
them,
go.
because they got all those souvenirs.
They got the fishing pier. Did you see a fishing pier?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Got a
they should
fishing
have
pier.
rebuilt it if it was torn up.
Yeah, I went down. I did not go out on the pier, but they've got even music out on the pier, and I think shops out on the pier. It's the nicest. It's probably the nicest beach I've ever seen.
Well, they probably, once that hurricane went through, they probably really fixed it
Yeah,
up.
they did.
Yeah.
They got a house to tour, an old. They got everything. I mean, it's
We ought
neat.
to do that. If we get a chance, if the door opens up, I want to do that one. I want to go back to Buckaroo Beach too. That was neat. Oh, and the funny part was, when I got back here after I went to Buckaroo Beach, I was up there all by myself to Buckaroo Beach and walked out on the pier and talked with the guy on the pier, and he had a picture of the old roller coaster I used to ride.
Oh, really?
Because it's torn down and it's just a park now.
But they got a picture of it.
Yeah, and so when I got back here, I was talking with this one woman who was from up there, and she says, "Oh my, did you go to Buckaroo Beach?" She said, "That's one of the most dangerous places you could possibly go." And I thought, that's weird, because I was up there just wandering, but I was careful.
Why did she say that?
Because it's near the Army base. Now that would be like what you would have thought, you
Yeah,
know, with
that's
the,
why I was afraid Norfolk would be
the
a
Navy.
rough, I thought the Navy guys would be, rough, and there'd be a lot of drinking. There ain't any alcohol allowed, and it's like I told Sylvia.
Maybe it's all over at Buckaroo
Some guy watched the lady
Beach.
police officer give the guy 3 karate chops, handcuff him, throw him in the back of a patrol car, and cart him off to jail. They got motorcycle police, they got walking police, they got horses, and they got patrol cars.
Oh, we got to go.
And they're nice about it. I mean, if you're not bothering anything, they're not going to bother you. But they're everywhere, and it's clean. They got little people sweeping up like Six Flags, right behind everybody. Clean. It's like going to Six Flags, and it's free. The only problem is the accommodations are expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, the motels were hard to come by.
If you go up there before June, before school's let
Yeah,
out,
you'd probably be
yeah,
okay.
it might be able to get one in there,
I
but you
was
might
up
miss
there.
some of that stuff.
I was up there. It was in the summer both times. It was in September or late August. I guess it was mid-August, and I was up there in July. I usually go back about 2 or 3 weeks, two weeks. Later. Yeah, and Jennifer will give us a tour of CBN. I was sure she'd give
This
me a
is
tour.
Linwood's niece.
Linwood's youngest daughter works at CBN.
And
at
she's
Robertson.
wanting people to come see her. She
I went out there and she gave me a tour of CBN, let me go in the control room as they filmed the newscast and let me put on the headset here, because I had no idea. Terry probably did. I didn't know what they were saying. They were saying we're going to cut to scene 3 in 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then somebody cut to that. And we're going to got a news clip in 30 seconds. Get ready, camera 3, and we'll to hear all that stuff. But you can do it. You can tour, the studio, but you don't get to go in there unless Jennifer takes you.
Terry would love
I got
it.
to sit in Pat Robertson's chair and hold his Bible and let
Did you meet Terry Mewson?
I didn't. What's the name?
Terry Mewson. She's an older lady. Looks a little bit like me, except thin.
She does some of the news things, right? No, but I saw her. And wait a minute. Maybe I did meet her.
There's Lisa, and I don't remember the black lady's name.
I didn't meet a black lady.
And Mewson, Terry Mewson.
I think I met her because I thought she told me she was from Tennessee.
She was a Miss America.
I think I may have met her.
She is fabulous.
Yeah,
She kind of,
she's a political, I mean,
she works with Pat. Pat sits in his chair and she'll sit in hers, and Gordon, his son, sits in the other one.
Yeah.
And they'll do the prayer and everything,
Yeah.
and she's fabulous.
I met so many people, and then she was taking me to this person, every person she could find, she introduced me to. And Pat was not there that day.
Now, if you go across, if you go back to the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel and go out there, have you been out there? If you go back up there, go out on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel and stop at this little shop in the middle and the pier, and walk out on the pier, and then you got time, cross the bridge tunnel and go up there to the, I can't say it, Stieg Island, it's something like that, and that's where the wild ponies are. And in July they'll herd the wild ponies because they have to cut the numbers of them down, and the fire department will go out there and herd them into the town, and they have an auction and sell off the ponies. And I've heard that's a really good thing.
There's so much to do in the world, you know. God put so much stuff down here. Zooming in. Yeah. Sylvia's closing up her ears. How much did this thing cost? I know how much they get paid for his, but I think yours is better. Have a shot? Yep. I got it ready too. In fact, I'm going to slip out without.
So you can put us together a little show on the internet, or
Yeah, I could do that.
yeah, let's do that.
With the amount of time. My biggest
Did you, do you sit down and ever take the time to edit one of your movies?
Try to find
Yeah,
my
once in a
phone.
while. But it takes a lot of time. It takes about a 40 gig hard drive to do about an hour, a little over an hour or so, because you throw so much away. But just to get a decent one, you can spend about 40 gigs. It'll move it back to about 2 or 3 gigs when you're finished. About 41.
He did one for the Gideons where they were advertising next year's convention in Georgia, which is going to be over in Gwinnett County. And the people got up, each leader got up and spoke a little bit about what they were doing for the convention next year. And there was a lot of space in there where there just wasn't much said. And they'd say 2 or 3 sentences that were really good, but then around it, and he edited that thing and got all that out, and then he'd take the computer and just, as he would come in, like say, or he'd come in on you while you were speaking, he'd back off, and then he'd just take the computer and do a design and just go right out of it. And it was great when I saw it, the finished product. But it took a lot of stuff to get out of it to make it really good.
Did you have special software to do that?
Yeah. I have over 250 different transitions. You can do fade ins, fade outs, which is standard, but you can also create screen doors where you open the next picture like this. You can swipe like a time clock. You can do jigs, puzzles, like you put something together, and all the different slides in your next scene. So the transitions where you get a lot of the things that look good and looks professional because of the transition.
Is this just off the shelf type?
Yeah, basically. Off-the-shelf stuff now is as good as you can believe. You could believe anybody could have done that 5 years ago, 8 years ago. It's that much improved. And you can with the disc now, the USB port disc, if you can do 160 gigs on a USB port, just plug into it and move it from place to place.
How much did one of those cost?
In 1993, I paid $1,000 per gig, and I had to have about 15 to 20 for my company. I got that 160 gig, which would have equivalent back then been $160,000 for $145 or $150. Can you imagine that? $150 to compared to $160,000.
Just to plug into your computer?
It plugs in as a USB. It's just like a hard drive. I wanted that one so I could go from my office to my home, anywhere I want to go, or a laptop, and carry more than any business would have ever dreamed they could have back 20 years ago. Even major companies didn't talk about that.
How long would it take? Like I got 40 gig hard drives on my server at the office. So how long would it take to back up the whole?
Well, it doesn't take too long, but I can use one of those, plug into that, and back up your whole office. like 4 times, basically.
Is it a removable?
Yeah.
tape?
Just set it, tell it to do it tonight, let it back it up. It's an easy way to.
Why have a tape backup? I
Oh, you don't. That's where I started stopping. I was also doing things with DVDs, and because DVD stores 4 gigs. Your regular CD-ROM stores about 700 megabytes. Well, you look at you think about 4 gigs for a DVD. How many DVDs would you have to do 160? Well, you divide 4 into that, and you'd have to have 40 of those things just to get what's on that drive. So for $145 to $50, just take the thing and put it aside. That's your backup for a whole office. I mean, that's what I'm getting ready to do for the holidays. Is because we're coming to the end of the year. I want to back up everything that I wanted to back up. Make sure I've got it someplace in case we need to come back and get it, and just move it off if I want to, and not worry about it.
Take it off premises. Yeah.
Take it off premises. Don't have to worry about the backups. And if I ever need to bring it back, it's done.
Are you still doing the same type of business you were doing before, service centers for companies?
A little bit of differences. We were doing stuff with the North American Mission Board, heavier, and things with some Christian ministries besides the things we're doing for real estate. We've picked up a couple more things in the real estate area. Still doing those, and we've got another one where we're going to do some actually billing for a company, so they can use through our internet website, put their information in for billing, and we do the billing for them. Things like that. It's a little bit offshoot, but since we have the website to do so many different things tied to the voice side, those are things that we can do, and if we're doing it for 1 or 2 companies, might as well do it for 3 or 4 companies. It's just as easy.
So you write the software, and then you keep the rights to the software.
Yeah, well, most of the time, basically, because we really don't charge the full amount to any customer. We'll do a fraction of it. We figure that if we can get 4 or 5 customers, we can pay for it. If we can do that, we'll write our own customized deal.
Well, what most people do is they charge the first guy the full boat for the software and then go sell it to the next.
That's true too. That's another way of doing it. We do have some things that's probably, well, it's like our thing with it, quit smoking, tell it quit now. We never did recover on that one. We should have, but I'm not a marketing person. I don't market very well. So the only thing we can do is,
I have to put.
I just don't market. I'm just not a good marketer.
Naturally want to put them under.
So I'm working on that.
Just take my shoes off.
Somebody has to bring them the business.
Yeah, that's what.
So what's been happening? They're all pretty good.
JVC or Sony or?
One without the thermos caps when you're recording.
Carry the little red light.
I thought I'd say good night.
More exciting things. But anyway. Some people are camera shy, by the way.
I know, I take terrible.
Where's the Zoom?
It's terrible.
Aren't there some digital cameras now that you can just use one button to download your pictures to the internet?
Or even this was 5.
How do you get more light into the subject?
What do you want? More light? How, what type of light? Backlight?
Well,
Okay, we can do it like this with backlight. And it depends on what you're
yeah,
looking at.
We're
that's
fascinated with our cameras.
Because the backlight you're trying to.
you never get on the.
Hi.
Carrie never gets on the film.
That's true, I don't. That's the good part about it. You don't have to worry about it. But remember, I get the edit it out.
Somebody call me tomorrow and make sure he's okay.
See, you don't know how gray your hair's getting or anything if nobody takes your
That's
picture.
right, because it's showing how old I got.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think automotive.
You got all the icicle lights going, you know. And see, you don't even need your other lights. Right. Gary, I'd be eating instead of using that camera.
I think we all vote for that.
I vote for that.
That way we can eat in
I don't,
peace.
Gary, you keep doing that, so you don't go back for seconds, but
Hey. We had enough for all of Randy and.
Merry Christmas.
more for the rest of us.
Yes, all the better for the rest of us, my dear.
Chris Martin and I were in Geodata Square when the big earthquake came.
And when was that? Last summer?
Ages
ago, right?
89, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I didn't realize that.
What did you think? Describe it.
Marty grabbed my arm. Said, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
I said, "I think this is what they talked about this morning." I goofed off from the conference and went with Marty's group, the ladies' group, some kind of fine house, I guess it was. And they were saying that we were right on the fault line if it should ever come. So it came that afternoon.
It probably won't fit you.
I don't think of anybody that might fit.
Jerry, you want one?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if the
How
tighter
about a
wood.
tow box? Anybody want a tow box? Terry, do you want a tow box? You want a tow box? They're not as.
That's pretty sweet.
That's the latest
That's the
thing.
latest
I saw
thing.
them
They're
at,
not, they're not,
yeah.
yeah, that was.
Now this one will fold down and get you. That's a different style.
I didn't have mine on.
your
correctly.
hair.
I guess Nike ought to be in
It's so
front.
cute
Right?
without the.
Yes,
So
yeah,
Nike,
there you go.
Nike in front now.
Yeah, I guess.
But we also have a pair of tennis shoes. They're size 15 if anybody can wear them.
I'm 15.
Is that a European 15?
Stick some newspaper in those things.
Yeah, that looks good.
There. There.
I like
you
it,
go.
Larry.
I was just thinking, we probably should get our camera out while we have real people
I was
here
just
sitting at
thinking
the
that
table.
it's.
Yeah, I wanted, I'm
Yeah,
told
we ought to
Larry
do
he needs
that.
to get, Howard and Ed Marty together.
Yes, of course.
And then each year we usually make the four boys together.
Well, of course, and then we may just. Well,
Yeah, desserts are right there.
are we going to be able to eat desserts now? That's the question.
Yeah, if
Burning
anybody wants
question. And we have plenty
Then,
of
you gotta
elements.
keep your forks, right?
No, we'll find some more.
Well, we can get some.
What do you think?
I think that's what Ronnie was saying. Oops.
Boy, I tell you what, I'm filled up with love
Yeah,
crap.
it's nice to get.
I'm going to show you one of these jackets. I bet Larry may be able. These are XX larges. believe it or not.
I'm so full, you ought to put on that jogging suit, Ronnie, and run around so I can lose weight watching you.
Look at this.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Look at this.
Now, Larry, you could wear that. Yeah, that's nice. That's.
See if you like it. That's XX large.
Yes, cover your ears.
Sylvia, how you been doing?
Stay warm.
See? You're just jogging up. Yeah. Matching pants. If you'd have to get Bunny to fix them up. But there's your nice.
Yeah, we wanted to get one by the tree.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yeah, if Terry could get one of, I want all three of us by the tree, and then we can mix and match anybody. Anybody
You want
with.
back in this thing? Or you want this here?
You can see digital what's going to look like and then see how we want it to close.
Oh, well.
Sorry, we only have XX large, so that's basically all they sent us this time. Usually they were pretty good on sizes, but they.
Well, I mean, you know, when it's free, you take it. But it's really nice.
Larry's going to do exercise. We
Yeah,
can
we're gonna let you come
Let me
down
give that
here.
back to you. No, I've got another one in here.
Good for you, Christmas tree, and then we'll see what we want to take back. You think all that's gonna come to pass? That is so pretty.
Hey, shoot, this one.
Purple.
Get on that side, and get back this way towards it.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, they feed you pretty well over there.
And that's it. Yeah.
Pretty good. Are they feed you pretty well? Like this.
What you lose, Ronnie?
You're beautiful.
Dad has a hard time seeing on his.
But you're right, it would be lovely.
He's almost about 20 feet. Can't see anything.
I like all this
Yeah,
fruit.
that'd be good. Well, I don't know, I was just thinking like here and here, and one on one side, one on the other, hold hands in the middle, or I'm trying to get your dad in the picture also.
You're trying further than he is.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm actually here posing.
Stay right there, Mama.
A lot harder.
Block wall right there.
Let's get Chris back over here and I'll get yours in his picture.
He's going to fish up Ronnie. You're looking. I'm ready.
You know, that one year I
And
took
I was
every,
talking, Larry.
that one year I took
When you
everybody.
edit out your talking,
This doesn't take talk.
I don't know.
One year I took them and put people's pictures on the bulb. You know, each person
Oh, that's cute.
took your head and stuck them in the bulb.
Stand right there, Chris, while you're
Let's do
here.
this.
There you go. That'll work.
Have we got enough of the tree in it?
Hey, how about this?
Well, here, I'm thinking.
And I was turned around.
Like that.
How about this? There we go. Smile. Okay, here.
Okay.
Try this one right here. Smile again. Okay. One more smile here.
Poking my tummy. That may be the only good one you have of
Here,
me,
Larry.
because I've been talking and every
You got to
other
hold
picture.
that down to get the flash.
Yes, this is high tech.
And this is hold this down to get the
See,
flash.
see that little buddy thing there, and then the flash will show up on the back. Okay, we'll do this.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay, and then I want one like holding hands like
Chris,
this.
get there. And
Well, she wants one of these.
I want me and you, and then we want
Okay.
Chris and me, and you and Chris.
I guess I haven't got one. Yeah, that's
Yep.
not automatic.
It's really high tech.
Now then. Now y'all hold on after you get through with that, because I'm gonna take another one of mine. Okay.
Okay. This is my best side, and now we're on my worst side.
I say mine. This is Bunny's camera.
Oh, okay.
I have
We're glad y'all shared.
I have
We share.
acquired it.
He's taking over.
Yeah, I bought it, you took it over.
Okay, how's that?
Now.
And then I want one of me and you and Dad, and I want one of you and Dad together. All right?
All right.
Look at that.
Wait a minute. Wait, stop!
You don't have to wait. Look at this one.
Don't talk.
Yeah, smile. Come back and get another one of me and Chris when I'm not talking pretty please with sugar on it and brownies on the side.
Ice cream and whipped cream.
Oh, the frog.
It'll break up the rats.
Oh, it'd be nice.
Wait a minute. Hold on to the frog.
Frogs croaks
I
today.
like the frog here.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Croaking frog.
You taking stills too?
And
No,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Smile. Look this way and smile. No, not this way. This way.
oh, that looks good. I think I'll get one on
Let's
this
go
camera
down.
too. Well, I can always.
Let's
get
go
that,
down and get
you
Jerry.
won't look so
And
good.
why don't
You
y'all-
were saying,
why don't
how
y'all
old
get
you
behind
are,
your
so?
dad?
Yeah, get behind Dad, see if you like them.
Well, if
Right
I'm
here
talking,
behind
you
Dad.
know I'm not gonna like those.
It's over here.
Can't see them.
You gotta hold that down to get the flash.
Do you want
not
to
too
feel
bad.
Bunny? Do you also want one by the trash?
Okay, Larry, Gary, come here right quick.
Why don't y'all, yeah, y'all get.
Got my glasses on. I think I.
Move the TV show out a little bit, put it more to the back.
They want to take a picture of you.
Yeah, let me go get my glasses on, excuse me, though.
I may have to get mine on too, just to have them close. That looks good
If you
already.
get two on either
Okay,
side,
Larry, Terry.
if you pull a chair there,
Stand there just a minute.
just it won't, or
Oh,
stand the
okay.
three in behind, either way.
Looks like you're way off, Larry. Oh, well, I'm way down here.
I'm coming up.
Yeah, okay. I got so much light behind you, though.
It's so bright outside that it's
Yeah.
pulling too.
So,
I'll look this way.
Let me get out of the way.
Long way to take.
Sorry about that.
Do
We
one
just
while we're
almost
looking.
raised out of the picture. Mind your hand.
Let me get out of the way.
Oh, were you done?
Oh, well, I'm
Come here.
going.
Gary, come on.
oh,
Come
so,
on. Just you don't have to get this while they're taking pictures.
All right.
Oh, I don't know.
See how we smile.
All right. Who's first?
All
Go
right,
ahead.
Sylvia. Great. Bunny.
All right. Oh, let's see, it's gone. And did you all use, what's it called, white strips that I never use?
Oh, that's not bad.
Crest white strips.
Okay.
You ready
So,
for that?
Yes, I am. I gotta
Sylvia,
move over.
go ahead,
some.
Sylvia. Go ahead, Zoe.
I like this, don't move.
I didn't look at yours.
Then I will tell you when.
Gotta roll it.
Okay, now
There you
All
go.
right, everybody looking at me.
1, 2, and
Happy
3.
Bunny? Yes, love it.
Pictures. Donuts. Hamburger.